Today, we're going to talk about in the outdoors. Today, we're going to be taking a look at what I use in my poop kit and how I take poop in the woods. Because believe it or not, people ask me that a lot. Weirdos. If you're interested in any of the items in my poop kit, check the description below for my Amazon affiliate links. And if you go to Amazon using those links, I'll get a little bit of a kickback and you'll pay what you would normally pay on Amazon anyway. First, we're going to take a look at my trowel. So I'm using a Tyeworks recycled aluminum trowel. It's made of 16 gauge aluminum. It cost me 14 bucks on Amazon.com and it weighs in at 1 ounce. Now, when I thru hiked the Appalachian Trail, I did not bring any type of trowel with me. I opted to dig my cat holes with my tent stakes. And that kind of became a pain in some areas. I'd find myself searching for rocks to use as a shovel, or, you know, basically having to search for something I could use as a trowel. So I figure on the PCT this time around, I'm gonna actually bring a trowel with me because it's 1 ounce and I'm light enough to where I think I can afford to bring an extra ounce, right? Next, probably the most important part of it all. This is a travel bidet. I love this thing. I do not pack toilet paper out with me. Like, I don't bring toilet paper. I don't use it. I prefer to use this. Now, this thing cost me $7 on Amazon.com and it weighs 8 grams. And I actually got 2 of them. It came with 2 of them. One screws on the bottle and one has O-rings and it fits on the inside of any standard soda bottle. I opted to go with this one because I prefer the nozzle on this one and I think it has a little bit more force to push away those particles, if you know what I mean. I have a little 1 ounce bottle of Dr. Bronner's soap with me, and that's to clean up with when I'm done. Last but not least, I bring a small thing of hand sanitizer with me to clean up with after I finish covering my hole up and, you know, I'm done with everything. Okay, that's my poop kit. That's everything that's in it. It weighs maybe not even 2 ounces. It weighs hardly anything. Why don't I bring toilet paper with me? Well, because toilet paper is kind of a mess. You should really be packing your toilet paper out if you're using it, because if you're in a really dry, arid environment where you don't get a lot of precipitation, it's going to take forever for toilet paper to break down, and animals are going to end up digging it up, and then you got to look at, you know, toilet paper cauliflower plumes everywhere, and it's just nastiness. So that's number one. Number two, just butt hygiene, proper butt hygiene. I mean, I'm already dirty enough when I'm out on the trail. Do I really want to take a bunch of paper and just smear poop around in between my cheeks? No, I don't. Nobody wants to do that. The bidet it's almost a no-brainer. I mean, it's pretty much the only way to go. It's more sanitary, it's better for the environment. Let me show you guys how I poop. We gotta start with a proper site selection. And what are we talking about here? We're talking about stay away from water sources. You wanna be at least 200 feet away from any water source. Why? Because you don't want your fecal matter flowing into a water source where other hikers are gonna be filtering that water to drink it, or where really anything's gonna drink it. Or, I mean, you don't wanna poop in the water. Who poops in water? We're not fish, we're human beings. You wanna find somewhere where it's gonna be pretty easy for you to dig. In other words, don't try to take a poop on top of a bunch of granite or rock, because it's not gonna work out and it's gonna take you a really long time to dig, and by the time you get your hole done, you probably would have already crapped yourself like 400 times. Okay, now once you have your proper site selected, you wanna go ahead and gather all the materials you're gonna be needing, which is number one, the poop kit. Number two, accessories. Okay, we got the poop kit. Now, what do I mean by accessories? By accessories, I mean what's gonna do the bulk majority of your cleanup. I happen to be lucky enough to have some noni growing right here. So I have these nice, big, beautiful, wonderful noni leaves. Now, you wanna make sure you're not going to be using poison ivy, sumac, oak, or anything that's going to give your butt a massive rash. Don't use those leaves, they're not good. Another thing I'm gonna grab is 2 sticks. I'm gonna grab a small stick, which you can usually find on the ground right around you, so that I can stir my human compost when I'm done doing my deed, and that kind of gets the whole composting process started. And second, I want a big stick so I can kind of mark my spot so nobody else ends up digging in the same spot as me. Now, how do I know that's a proper size cat hole? Well, because my trowel is 6 inches long and a proper cat hole is 6 to 8 inches deep and about 6 inches in diameter all the way around. So let's take a look. 6 inches all the way around, 6 inches deep. It's a good cat hole. Now we're going to take a look at leaning techniques, and there are several ways to go here. Okay, now I haven't seen this technique implemented a whole lot, but let's imagine your hole's somewhere in this area. You're going to use the tree, you're going to wrap your hands around it and just lean back and just let it go. It's this lean technique where if you dig your hole somewhere around the tree, just kind of put your hand on the tree, lean back like this, and do your thing. Or we can get fancy. There you go. Just a simple, easy little squat. Breathe. Release. My go-to position, which is to just take your fist, stick it on the ground behind, line yourself up, and let it rip. Woohoo! All right, so after the business is done, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your leaves or twigs or whatever you wanna use. You're gonna clean yourself up, and it goes in the hole. You take the small stick that you had, you stir everything up with your leaves and your stuff to get the compost started. You leave the stick in there, okay? Then you're gonna take your travel bidet and you're gonna spray everything down nice and good back there. Grab some of your soap, put that in your dirty hand, clean up, use your clean hand with your bottle to wash that. Then you're gonna take a little more soap in that hand, wash both hands together, and rinse your hands off. So normally I'm wearing my trail runners and I would just kick the dirt that I dug up back into the hole to cover it up. But right now I'm wearing my slippers, aka flip-flops, and I don't want to get my feet any dirtier than they are. Alright, so once your hole's filled in, use a little bit of hand sanitizer, wash your hands up, you're good to go. Your bum is clean as a whistle. And yeah, that's such a weird phrase. Your bum is clean as a whistle. Do I want people blowing on my bum? Now don't forget, if you're interested in that trowel or if you're interested in that travel bidet, click on the links in the description. They're my Amazon affiliate links. Like, share, subscribe, everyone. Mahalo.